Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, how you doing? My video today is just going to kind of be like a fun sit down talk kind of video. Obviously there's going to be animals in it. I'm sure you already know by the title that I'm going to be talking about my ball pythons. I figured I just kind of wanted to make a video introducing you to all four of my ball pythons. Now I do only have four, it's not like I have a ridiculous amount, but I don't know, I wanted to make a video showing you each one and talking a little bit about them. Now, a little while ago on my channel, I put out a video just called, I think it was, Let's Talk About Ball Pythons. Now, this isn't going to be the same as that video. Obviously, it's still going to be about ball pythons, so I guess it could be kind of similar. This video is just kind of meant to like introduce you to my ball python. I'll tell you like how I got them, you know, like stuff about them and like me and like our relationship as pet and pet owner. That's such a, I don't know what the correct term I'm looking for is, but I don't know. The first video I made was kind of talking about ball python genetics and morphs and just like facts about ball pythons as a whole, and not so much just about my personal ball pythons. So yeah, that's what my video today is going to be. I'm going to be showing you all of my snakes, well not all my snakes, all of my ball pythons and talking about them. And yeah, you guys probably don't want to listen to me talk anymore, you just want to see the snakes. So let's go and get the snakes. Alright, so this guy here is Titan. He's kind of, you know, pretzeling up, but he's coming out to explore. So yeah, as I said, this is Titan. He is obviously a ball python like all of the snakes I'm going to be showing you today, but he is a very special snake to me because not only was he my first ball python, but he was also my first snake, so he'll always be very special. I wish it would focus on his face, but no. Alright, that's cool. So as you can see, Titan is quite large. He's full grown. He's been full grown for a little while. He's a couple years old, so he's not going to get any bigger than this unless for some reason he just, I don't know, becomes the mutant giant snake. But no, he should not grow any bigger than this. So Titan is a lesser ball python. He's a male, he's full grown. That's just a little bit about him. So now let's talk about how I got him, why I got him, and you know, the fun stuff. Hello. So I have loved snakes my whole life. I always thought they were cool. When I was a little kid, I would always go out and I would try to find like garter snakes and stuff like that. I would go out all the time trying to find snakes because I loved snakes. And as I got older and I started getting my own pets, I had a job so that I could pay for my pets. I was old enough and like responsible enough to do so. I wanted a snake, and it took me a little bit of convincing to convince my mom to first let me get a snake, but it happened. She said it was all good. She gave me the go-ahead to go and get a snake. I kind of knew right away that I wanted a ball python. I wanted something that was bigger, but obviously I didn't want a huge snake. Like, I didn't want to go out and get a reticulated python for my first snake. I chose a ball python. Corn snakes were an option too, but I did really want something bigger, so ball python it was. Right, Titan. So once I got the go-ahead to get a snake, I kind of started prepping for it. So I bought a enclosure, I bought the substrate, the decorations, heat baths, thermostats, all the stuff I needed to care for a snake, and I had it set up for a few weeks before I actually got the snake. I was doing research at the time, learning all of their care and everything like that, because as I said, my first snake, I was totally new to them. But I was really, really excited. Around the same time that I was looking to get a pet snake, I actually got a job at a local reptile store. So while I was working there, I was kind of interacting with the snakes. I would take them out and hold them, and I decided that Titan was the snake for me, and that's how it happened. So I don't know, I really enjoy him, and he was definitely a good start to owning snakes. Although when I first got him, things were a little rough. Of course, like I said, I was a beginner. I was still learning. He didn't eat for the first month I got him. His humidity was too low. He had a bad shed. I'm not scared to admit this stuff. I was a beginner. I was learning. I was doing the best I could. And thankfully, with experience, I bumped up his humidity. I gave him more coverage and he became more comfortable. He started eating and he has shed perfectly ever since. He has not had a bad shed since the first time I got him. So yeah, like I said, I'm not scared to admit that I made a few mistakes when I first got him. Like I said, oh gosh, he's crawling up my hair. Hello. Like I said, I was a beginner. We're all a beginner at some point. Every person who owns pets was a beginner at some point. So I was learning and thankfully it turned out really well. Titan is now super happy, super healthy. I couldn't honestly ask for a better snake. He's just so good, aren't you? You're so good. So yeah, this here is Titan and a little backstory on how I came to become his owner, how he became my first snake, and all of that. Here's Titan. He's a good boy. Oh, come on. I wish my camera would just focus on him, but oh, okay. No. It doesn't want to focus. I'm sorry. But here's Titan. He's a good boy. And the next snake we have here is Angel. So she is another one of my ball pythons. As you can see, Angel's quite a bit smaller than Titan was, and that is because she is about a year old. I don't know how I can show you her full size, but she's definitely smaller than Titan to say the least. So I actually got Angel about a year ago and she was like a fresh baby. She was a hatchling, pretty well fresh at the egg. Old, she was a little tiny thing and she has grown quite a lot since then. When I first got her, she was literally like so small she could go in my hand, and now she's so big. Well, she's not actually that big, but she's big compared to when I got her. Angel's actually a normal ball python, or also commonly known as the wild type. So essentially the way Angel looks, like her color and pattern, is the way that ball pythons kind of naturally are. This is their natural color and pattern. She has no morph or anything. She is a normal, but that doesn't make her any less valuable to me. I know some people really just like the fancy morphs. I'm not gonna lie, I like fancy morphs too, but I like normals just as much. I think no matter what the morph, they're all amazing snakes. So I don't know, I love normals, I love morphs, I love them all. They're all such good snakes. So I had already had Titan for a little while before I got Angel. So I had had Titan long enough to get experience with that. I mean, not like an expert or anything, but I had gained some experience keeping ball pythons. I learned all the do's and don'ts, and I just fell in love with them. Like I said, I had always been in love with snakes, and I really found out how awesome ball pythons were, so I wanted another one. Again, I still worked at this same exotic shop, the same one I got Titan from, and we had some fresh baby ball pythons. Like I said, she was just a little teeny tiny hatchling when I got her. So I went ahead and I got her because I had decided I wanted a second one. I had prepared for a second one. I had an enclosure all ready and everything like that. So how Angel came to be. Where Angel came from. Angel is actually my only female ball python. All of my others are males. Doesn't really matter to me. I have no intention of breeding my snakes or anything. They're really just pets only, so it doesn't really matter to me if I have male or female. Just, I don't know, just thought I'd put it out there that she's my only female, which also means she will likely get quite a bit bigger than the other snakes. Female ball pythons tend to get about a foot longer than the male ball pythons do, so I expect her to get quite big over the next couple of years. Obviously, she's still young, she's still growing, but I expect her to grow quite a bit. So here's just a nice look at Angel. She's a good snake. She is also very well behaved. I don't know, she's just calm, never struck, never bit. That's a lie. I did get bit by her once, but it wasn't like a defense bite. I was feeding her and she went to strike at the rat and she missed and got my thumb instead, so I don't even really consider that a bite. But technically, if anyone wants to go back to my old snake feeding video and call me out and be like, no, actually she did bite you, there's video proof, you know, okay, she bit me when I was feeding her, but it's not like she was like biting me to be mean. She just missed. She had bad aim, okay? Don't embarrass her for her bad aim. She tried her best. And next up we have Casper, who is my banana ball python. So he was the third ball python that I owned, and I was actually extremely happy when I got him, as he was one of like my dream snakes. So by the time that I got Casper, I have already owned Angel and Titan for quite a while, and I had started learning more about ball python morphs. When I first got into keeping ball pythons, I did know a bit about morphs, but I wasn't super familiar with all of them. So over the time that I had them, I had learned a lot more, and I've discovered new morphs and everything like that. And one of the ones I fell in love with was the banana morph. I thought that banana ball pythons were extremely cool because I thought that they're just so different from other ball pythons. I mean, you can look at their color. They're like a pale yellow and almost like a pale purpley brown. I found when I first got him, he was like super purple, and it has kind of faded into a brown as he's gotten older, but that's just like the way bananas are. They're a pastel yellow with like a pastel purple / brown, and I thought that it was just so neat because it was so different from everything else I had ever seen. So bananas like really became a big want of mine. I wanted a banana ball python for a while, as I just really loved the way they look. Now where I live, reptile keeping isn't a huge thing around here, so there's not like a bunch of reptile stores or a bunch of reptile breeders or anything like that. So when you find an animal you really like around here, it can be difficult to actually find one for sale. So I had wanted a banana ball python for a while, but I hadn't found any for sale near me. So I was just kind of waiting until the time was right. I knew eventually I would find one and it would just be my snake. He would be my snake. So eventually, a few months down the line, after falling in love with bananas, I found Casper for sale and I was so excited. Again, like Angel, he was a freshly hatched baby. He was super small when I got him. He is not even a year old yet. He's younger than Angel, smaller than Angel. He's still a baby. So obviously he will get a lot bigger than he is. Like I said, he's not even a year old. So when I got him, I was just so excited because, like I said, I had been wanting a banana for a while. They're one of my favorite morphs, and they still are to this day. Bananas and pieds, I think, are stunning. There's just so many morphs out there though that I like. Like, I can't pick a favorite, but I definitely really like bananas. I really like pieds. One day I really want to own a banana pied ball python because those are two of my favorites. So that's something I really like. Another thing I really love about bananas is the freckles that they get. These aren't mites or anything, don't worry. Bananas just naturally get freckles on them. Alright, and now my fourth and final ball python here is Toby. Now, Toby is a pastel pied ball python, so the pastel is what makes his colors more yellow, and the pied is what causes these white markings on him. As I mentioned earlier, pieds have been one of my longtime favorite ball pythons as well. So Toby was kind of a similar situation as Casper. I had really wanted a pied for a while, but I couldn't really find one for sale around me just because it's not really common around here where I live. It's a small area. So I actually got Toby from another province. I had him shipped to me. So I live in Nova Scotia, and I actually bought him from someone in Ontario. I saw him for sale, and even though he was 4 provinces away from me, I knew I needed him because I had wanted a pied. I was on the search for a pied, and I did not want to miss my opportunity to get one. So when I saw him for sale, I contacted the seller and asked if they could ship, and it worked out, and now I have Toby. Yay, Toby. yeah, as I was saying, same with the banana morph. Pieds are one of my favorites. I absolutely adore them. I think that they're, again, just so unique. I really like the unique morphs when it comes to ball pythons. Like I said, the banana I think was really unique because of how much difference in color there is, like how it's like yellow and purple. And I really think that the pied is unique because of the way it breaks up their pattern. Like, just see how it goes from like normal snake pattern to just like a solid white block. And there's a few other spots like that. Like, I think it's just so interesting. And pieds come in so many different varieties. Like, there are some pieds that are practically solid white, some of them that have like no white on them. Basically, there's like high whites, low whites, medium whites. Toby here is like a low white pied because he doesn't have too much white on him, as you can see. But I think personally, my personal favorite are the low whites over the high whites. I like them to have a lot of pattern and like some broken up color as well, like you can see here and all down his body. I just really think that they're cool. Toby also just did a nice shed for us. As you can see, I went to pull Toby out of his cage and I found his shed as well, so just thought I'd show that off. Toby's growing really fast. I only got him like 5 months ago, I believe. It wasn't that long ago, and he was so much smaller than he is now. He's just grown so fast, and it's weird because I feed all of my ball pythons the same. They all get fed on the exact same day. And he was actually my pickiest eater. Toby has yet to take a frozen rat from me. He will only eat live. So he's even given me the most trouble feeding, but he's grown really fast. As I said though, Toby has given me a lot of problems eating. I have tried to give him frozen so many times. I've tried different methods. I've brained them and everything, and I have not been able to get him to take frozen. He will unfortunately only take live. I am hoping that I can eventually switch him over, but he has been extremely picky when it comes to taking frozen versus live. So I honestly don't have high hopes, but I mean, hopefully it will work out, and hopefully I will get him to frozen one day, but who knows. So I think that's it for my video today. I just wanted to kind of make this fun video to introduce you to my ball pythons, let you know how I got them and like why I got them, and I don't know, just some backstory on them, some information. I don't know, just thought it'd be fun to make. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to turn on post notifications. Also, check out all of my social media. Everything is EmmaSam99. It will be in the description below. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.